This is a tutorial for using the Missouri Historical Society website for research. First, click the menu icon in the upper left-hand corner of the home page, mohistory.org. Then from the drop-down list, select Research. And from the following page, select Research Online. And this will bring you to our online research page, which is the gateway to the various databases, catalogs, and indexes that describe our collections. First, let's take a look at our online collection search. If you click on the department facet below the search box, you'll see that our online collection search catalogs our photos and prints collections, our archival collections, things like letters and diaries, our objects or artifacts collections, items like clothing, paintings, toys, and our moving images and sound collections, which include audio, video, and film recordings. Please note that the online collection search does not catalog our books and published material. We'll look at our online library catalog in a few moments. Before you try a search in the online collection search, make sure you take a look at the important search tips page. Reading these tips will ensure that you're searching this database most effectively. As an example, I'm going to try a search for Old Courthouse. So I'll put that phrase in quotes. And you'll see that this search finds 262 results. And as we scroll down through these results, you'll notice that in some cases you'll be able to view a digital image of the item. However, in many cases you'll only see a catalog record describing an item. Most of our collections are not yet digitized. Plan a visit to our Library and Research Center to view any items that interest you, or contact us if you have a question. Below the search box, you'll see several facets that provide options to refine your search. For example, if we click on the decade facet and then select 1930s, you can narrow your search results to the 18 items from that particular time period. To return to your previous results, click the X after the 1930s. If you'd like to narrow your search to only those items that are digitized and viewable in the online collection search, check the small box next to the phrase Images Only. And finally, the four icons above the search box on the left provide different options for displaying your results, such as the grid view that you see here. Now let's return to the online research page and take a look at some additional ways to search our collections. Click the menu icon in the upper left-hand corner, select Research from the drop-down list, then select Research Online, and this returns us to our online research page. The online research page also provides a link to the library catalog, which lists our books, journals, and other published material. The catalog offers several search options such as keyword, title, and author. As an example, I'm going to try a keyword search for Gateway Arch. So I'll put that phrase in quotes, and you'll see that this search pulls up 81 results. You can click on any of these results to see a more detailed catalog record. Please note that the online library catalog will not lead you to digitized items. If you find any references in the library catalog that interest you, you'll need to visit our Library and Research Center to view the item. Clicking the More Search Options link will take us back to the online research page. Now we're going to take a look at the Archives Guides page. From this page, you can view and search the Guide to the Archival Collections in PDF form, which lists the more than 3,000 collections of documents in the Missouri Historical Society archives, arranged alphabetically. All of the collection descriptions in this Guide to the Archival Collections can also be found in the online collection search, which we looked at earlier. This PDF guide just offers another way to search these collection descriptions. Also from the Archives Guides page, you can view our Civil War Manuscripts Guide in PDF form, which describes Civil War documents in our archival collections. From the online research page, now let's take a look at the Genealogy and Family History page. Clicking on the Genealogy and Local History Index block will take us to the Genealogy and Local History Index, which is an ever-going index to sources from our library and archival collections. Items we've indexed include obituary scrapbooks, 20th century employee magazines of St. Louis area companies, questionnaires filled out by World War I veterans who enlisted in St. Louis City and County, and St. Louis Who's Who publications, and these are just a few examples. The large majority of the sources indexed in the Genealogy and Local History Index focus on the St. Louis metropolitan area. However, the index does include some sources that cover the entire state of Missouri. You have three primary search options. You can search by personal name, or you can search by business corporate name, which includes not only names of businesses, but also names of churches, schools, parks, institutions, etc. And lastly, you can search by St. Louis City and County street addresses. After clicking on the personal name search, be sure to take a look at the important search tips to make sure you're searching this index most effectively. You can key in a first name in the first name box and a last name in the last name box, or you can simply key in a last name only. I'm going to try a search for the surname Jacoby, and you'll see that the results are then displayed alphabetically by the first name. As an example, if I click on the details link next to the name Earl Jacoby, I get this reference, which tells us that Earl's name appears in the October 1952 issue of Budcaster, the employee magazine of the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. The photograph field indicates that this issue includes a photo of Earl Jacoby. And if you'd like to learn more about the content of the Budcaster magazine, click on the source link for a brief explanation. Please note that the Genealogy and Local History Index is only an index. You're not going to be able to view a digital image of the item online. To view the item, you have two options. By clicking on the red Request Photocopy button, you can put this reference in a shopping cart feature. And if you then click the Proceed to Checkout button, you can submit an order for a photocopy of this page to be mailed to you for a fee. Or you can visit our Library and Research Center in person to view the item. And finally, returning to the online research page, if you have any questions about your research, please click on the contact form link and ask us a question. I hope this brief tutorial will help you with researching on the Missouri Historical Society website.